All right, today we're bringing back an old favorite, practice assignments, starting over with our second packet. So stay tuned. All right, so we are bringing back our practice assignment series, and this time you'll notice that we are doing drawing number 2.1. Um, I'm kind of changed the way I do the numbering. People have been asking for a while if I would do a little bit more of an intermediate packet, not quite advanced like 3D level stuff, but some 2D drawings to kind of send the point home when kids are a little more advanced, or you as a teacher maybe even are a little more advanced, and you're not quite ready for some 3D stuff, but my packet you've been through 3 or 4 times. I know some of the students I've talked to, or teachers I've talked to, said that their kids have gone through this quite a bit and they're pretty good and they need some more stuff. So here we are. Let's jump in it. This one is going to be called number 2.1, the plate. So if we switch on over to our drawing, you'll see I'm always going to have something somewhere on the drawing that is a check for understanding. Look for a rectangle, and this is what your teachers are going to make you answer, or you as the teacher are going to be making into your quiz. Or if you're just here to learn, this is the answer you got to follow. So this one we're asking, what is the area of the overall shape? Do not post the answer in the comments. We're treating this like a class. If you need help and you think you're close and you want to double check, shoot me an email and I will get back to you. But basically, how this works is we are going to be drawing this thing, and the measurements are pretty straightforward. They're just a little kind of wonky in terms of how I give them to you. So I'm going to show you how I would do it today. Um, Again, there's a million different ways you can do this. I might change on the fly and do a little bit as I go as well. Show you a couple of ways, but ultimately our goal is to try to find that end area. And what I'm going to do is change the measurements right before I give it to you, because what's the fun in that if I just give you the answer? So let's jump on into Onshape and we will get started. All right. So once we are in Onshape, we're going to go ahead and get started by starting our sketch. We'll do Shift and S. I'm going to start on the top plane. It would help if I click the top plane. So we're going to select that top plane, N to normalize, and P to hide our planes. So with this sketch, it's kind of funky, it's kind of wonky. Personally, this is one of these drawings where I would actually just draw the overall shape and then come back in and fix things later. So I'm going to go ahead and start in this bottom left corner as my origin. I'm going to go up, and I'm not going to dimension things as I go because I wasn't really given dimensions in this. So what we're going to track, and we're going to try to see what we can do, is I'm going to go out to the side. I'm going to come up, and I know that if I track on these, I know both of those always got to stay the same distance based off my drawing. We'll come up a little more, over, same thing here, over, over. Those always have to coincide and be the same length. I'm going to go over a little more, come to my ledge here, come down, and try not to track to anything else unless it shows me that it's supposed to be there. And it looks like that is, so that's good. We can come out to the side, we can come back down, and over one more, come down a little more to the bottom, over, up, over, and then down like so. So there is our shape, obviously not fully defined. The only ones that are defined are the ones that are perfectly horizontal or vertical to the origin, because I align them that way. Yes, this one is horizontal, but it's not tied up to this deal up here. So we have our overall shape. Now what we need to do is go in and dimension. So I like doing the biggest dimensions first. So we'll start with 9. So I'm going to go D for dimension. And what this is going to do is make sure you remember how to do dimensioning. So we're going to click out here, click again. We're going to tell it 9. That'll scale everything up to kind of help us out a little bit. We're going to go from the origin up here, and we're going to say 6.5. Okay, and then it starts scaling everything up. So you could choose to pick one side or the other. Personally, I think I'm going to start on this left side and kind of have to pick through some things. So from here to here, I know needs to be 2.5. From here to here needs to be 3.5. And because we had those aligned, again, it's 3.5 on the other side, but we only have to do it one time. I wasn't given this dimension because we have to add some other pieces and change things, but I'll show you here in a second how to fix that. So we have our 2.5, our 3.5. We have a 5 from here to here, so 5 inches, and then we have our overall of 6. So I should have a 2.5, a 3.5, a 5, and a 6.5. So I have all of those. Now, before we get any further, we also have to, if we look here, this guy needs to be taken care of. So you'll see our 1.5. So we'll switch back over. Dimension from here to here needs to be 1.5. And those are all our vertical alignments for that left side. Next, we're going to do this top side up here. So I'm going to go ahead and move this 9 out of the way. We're going to go from here to here, needs to be 4. From that same corner to this line needs to be 5.5. From this corner to this corner needs to be 8. So we have a 4, a 5.5, an 8, and a 9. That gets us to the end. And then I'm going to start rolling around this corner and telling this needs to be 1 from there to there. And overall from here to here, we should already have a 3.5. And we understand that by it turning that gray on us. It's a driven dimension, not a driving dimension. Last one on that right side is going to be from here to here, needs to be 5.5. And that should take care of those. Now we just have our overall length down here. Okay. From here to here needs to be 2. From here to this other side needs to be 3.5. From our origin again to this outside corner needs to be 6. And computer's running a little slow. And to our outside line here needs to be overall 7. So there is our shape. Now there's one thing that I hid, and I did on purpose, to kind of make you pay attention to how things work. Okay. Right now, my shape is done other than this slot. Well, how long is that slot supposed to be? I didn't give you that measurement. So what you can do is, if you looked at this, and what I tell my students to do is when they have these and they're going to get these as physical prints, line up some features, use a ruler. That's what traditional drafting would do. You would actually have like a straight edge or a ruler or some sort of scale to use, and you'd be able to line up lines and see, oh yeah, that's supposed to be vertical to that. Well, this guy right here needs to be vertical to that. So that's also a 2-inch depth. So we'll say vertical, and now you will see our whole part is now fully defined, ready to go. All our measurements are there. All I would have to do is click inside here and I'll get my area at the bottom of the screen. But before we do that, I'm going to change the measurements. Change that guy to 10. Let's change this one to 6. Change that to 4. Change that to 5. And essentially it's the same shape. We've changed some things, but now I can check my area. We'll change a couple more. We'll change that to 8. Maybe not. Let's do 7. I don't want it to change too drastically. There we go. So we'll change and we'll select our part, and I get an area in the corner, bottom right corner. I know my logo or my screen captures, my face camera captures. Oh my gosh, camera capture is blocking that answer. But I have a total of 44.75, and if you wanted to see it again somewhere else, you can click the little measure details tool. It'll pop up this window, and then you'll see you get a number like so. So to prove that again, if I were to have, let's say, a rectangle over here in the corner, and we know that it's 2 by 2, and then I were to select that, I got a 4 square inch area. So that would be my answer that I would type in. Obviously, our answer is not 4, and your answer also isn't 44.75. So pay attention to your answers. Make sure you're actually drawing this thing. Use this as a tutorial on how to do this thing. So that's going to do it for us today. Couple of things really quick. If you have completed the packet, the first one, I want you to shoot me an email. I have decided that, let me snag this. I wanted to give you guys something for actually completing it. So to my teachers that were at my conference, or at the CATA conference this last week, thank you guys for running through that packet. I know it was grueling. If you've never done it before, you kids that have done this before, teachers that have done this in the past, I wanted to come up with something to kind of give you guys a good job, pat on the back. So I've decided I'm going to start making some coins. So I have some CAD Cadet coins. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more left. I can print a bunch more, but 3D printed CAD Cadet coins. If you really, really want one of these and you want to throw one on your shelf, if you're not one of my students, obviously, if you're one of my students, I'll just give one to you when I see you. We'll make some in class. But I have a couple left. I'm willing to throw some in the mail. I have some other cool little coins that I'm going to hand out too. But if you have completed the packet, show me a completed nameplate, or one of the hardest drawings you think you did. Shoot me an email, shoot me a comment, whatever. I want to see how many of these we can get going around the world. So first packet, you're going to get this CAD Cadet. We'll see what happens after packet number 2, kind of what you'll get. But that's going to do it for us. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are liking all this practice. Again, keep trying. If you don't get it right the first time, try and try and try again. Eventually, you're going to get faster, and then that's where you make the money. So I will see you guys next time. Take care.